wrapped up in my sleeping bag, looking out the window at Erin's house as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon. And the trees are silhouetted black against the emerging blue sky with the fading stars up in the sky. And I think to myself how much I hate Erin because he's got it fucking made with this fantastic house of his, this nice little piece of property tucked away out in the backwoods of South Dakota. God, I fucking hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he dies of syphilis. You piece of shit.
It's early in the morning. I know it's late in the morning. It was too early in the morning for this shit. It's 11. It's too much of a particular time at a particular day, part of the day for this shit. This shit doesn't belong in any part of the day, is what I'm saying. And I had a dream. I had a dream that I was going to go to the gym and catch up with Asshole Consulting and make my way to Utah and do some hiking. And I almost lost it because it was on the Facebook feed and I let the phone screen close. And then I lost it forever. Then I searched it. I found it again. This is from a friend on Facebook posted it. It's in response to a book titled, oh my God, just the response, How Not to Hate Your Husband After Kids. It isn't even dark anymore. It's just so absurd. Like, oh, there's enough women that they hate their husbands after you have kids. You know what? Do you guys hear that? What? It sounds like a them problem. Now, what, you guys who are married to these women, it's not just a them, Al. No, it actually is. Let me read. Little Brown and Company. I guess is the company that likes books or whatever. I don't know. This isn't a book. It's a goddamn mirror reflecting the darkest thoughts of every mother who has ever fantasized about abandoning her family at 3 a.m. Sounds like a you problem. Not because she doesn't love them, but because she's drowning and her partner is standing on the shore checking his phone. I'm going to be 100% dick. I'm so sick and tired of this. What do you mean you're drowning? Toughen up, Buttercup. I'm serious. So sick of this ethereal. What's wrong? Nothing tangible. Fuck off. Don't care. Well, you'd understand the feminine mystique and our feelings are emotional. It sounds like a you problem. I could solve math. I could solve physics. I could save people's lives. But if you can't figure out what the fuck is wrong, lady, you know what? Your problem. So here it is. This is a review. Sit down. It's going to be a long one. I read Yancey Dunn's book the night after I'd hidden in the bathroom, silently sobbing into a towel so I wouldn't wake the baby or my husband, who was sleeping through his third consecutive night shift that I was somehow pulling alone, despite us both working full time. I wasn't crying from exhaustion. I was crying because I had just calculated how much child support we have to pay if I left him. Dude, is this what it's like to be controlled by emotions and not your own self? It is a world of hell, man. It's a world of hell you all live in. This isn't a book. It's a goddamn mirror reflecting the darkest thoughts of every mother who's ever fantasized about abandoning her family. Then do it. Just do it. Just do it. No, I don't care why you have this feeling. No, I don't care. I don't care. It's not our responsibility. It's not a problem. If you want, go, because it is just going to be easy for everybody. The kid ain't going to be right no matter what. Just go. I don't want to hear any complaints in the comments from you girls until you tell me tangibly what the fuck is wrong. So sick of this unsolvable bullshit. Everything's a problem. And then if we don't understand, which we can, oh, you're a horrible monster, then leave. Leave and cry some more. Because she's drowning and her partner standing on the shore checking his phone. 1, the maternal rage you feel isn't mental illness, it's mathematics. Dunn ruthlessly quantifies what most parenting books politely ignore: the raw numerical inequality of modern parenthood. Shut up. Oh, is this again? It's the chart. See, I just saw the number and the length and how much complaining this was. Okay, it's It's the chores, isn't it? It's forget that he worked night. Okay. All right. Just one, guys. It's not enough. I know you fixed the transmission, but you didn't do the dishes and you didn't put the cups the way I like them. Guys, it's not you. It isn't you. Right? That's why I knew it. I knew I'm 2 sentences into number 1 and already I have my answer. It's not you. It's this perpetually moving goalpost and nobody is ever happy. And after a while, you got to say, not only is this not my problem, it's never going to be solved. So fuck it, I'm done. Choose wisely, guys. Like, what's scary, I'm going to click and see if this is a bestseller. Holy shit. This is like, every one of you should read. I think it's either We Don't Owe You Pretty or Women Don't Owe You Pretty. It's one of the best-selling books for women. Go read it. Not because you're going to learn anything, but you're going to read through it. This is fucking slop. This is intangible whirlwind of emotion slop. And if this is popular, it means it's pretty prevalent. Not everyone, no, of course, good classic gals like Rachel Wilson and whatnot will not subscribe to that. But there it is. What's wrong? No, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong, really. And if there's something wrong, they're a problem. I mean, unless you fucked up, then there's something wrong and you should probably go fix the vase or whatever it is you did that was wrong. But that's tangible. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. I broke that vase. I better go fix that. My apologies. The raw numerical inequality of modern parenthood. Oh, yeah, you want to see raw numerical inequality? I'll link to it down below. I didn't link to it. Go read the book. I'm sorry. A World Without Men, an analysis of an all-female economy. You'll see who's actually pulling their weight in this economy. You'll find out, are you an oil rig worker, lady? When she tracks hours spent on childcare, her 35 weekly, him 9. Yeah. Mm-hmm. While both work full-time, it's not anecdotal. It's violence. It's violence. Oh, did I find a gold mine here? The liberation comes in recognizing your homicidal thoughts aren't hormonal or crazy. They're the rational response to systemic theft of your time. What? Systemic theft of your time, sleep, and identity while someone who claims to love you watches from the sidelines. Guys, choose carefully. Do not choose poorly. And just in defense, yeah, pull your weight too. Right? Did you work? Did you clean up the house? Did you, I'll go along with that. If you're just lying on your ass eating bonbons, yeah, these gals have a right to be pissed. But I'm just going to assume, based on how mowing yards and hauling rock and I don't know, replacing the chips in the window and all that doesn't, it had all, sure, the accounting starts inside the house. It never goes outside the house. 2, the mental load isn't just unfair. It's killing you cell by cell. What? Why? I got a better idea, ladies. Why don't you just not have kids? Okay. Why take the risk? The mental load isn't just unfair. It's killing you cell by cell. What devastated me wasn't just Dunn's account of doing everything. It was her scientific exploration of what invisible labor does to a woman's brain and body. The constant vigilance of tracking every family need doesn't just make you tired. It restructures neural pathways, elevates cortisols, and accelerates aging. When her doctor finds her blood pressure dangerously high while her husband remains perfect despite their supposed shared stress, the physiological consequences of inequality are laid bare. You're not imagining it. This imbalance is literally shortening your life. Yeah, I'd imagine stress it does. I'll grant, yes. Cortisol is very bad. I'm going to question your math. And if your math is right, then guess what? You chose poorly. And you know whose problem that is? Not ours. Not ours. Sounds like a you problem. I'm no lawyer, but I'm going to advise just divorcing your husband. Don't murder him. 3, your husband isn't just annoying. He's been systematically trained to disable you. Holy shit. Remember, guys, we got our training how to screw over your wife and make her do all the work. Remember the school of training we got at the Underground Male Academy. See, now I'm wondering now, going back to my theory, because this is on Facebook, and Facebook has been purposely posting provocative political shit. And I'm wondering if this isn't it. I thought it was kind of like a book review, which it is. But I'm wondering if both the book and this review are purposely provocative and shock for marketing purposes, right? Here's how cynical I am. Here's how questioning I am. I could completely believe this was written by a single woman who doesn't even have kids, doesn't even have a husband, and just knew that this would be meat to the wolves. See what I'm saying? It's too bombastic. It's too crazy. And now I'm thinking like, well, because I didn't, if I'm wrong, then I've been particularly harsh on women here, right? Because this is so over the top. I have erroneously assigned this to a lot of other women. So now maybe, but how is this my fault? This is what you're presenting. See, this whole fake, insincere, dishonest TikTok. Oh my God, men are horrible. Like anything to provoke all this, this fake wrestling, but you can't tell it's fake wrestling. That's not good. It's not helping anybody. And I can't tell if this is real or fake. It's certainly because of the past history and context. It's like the Babylon Bee. It's not satire after a while. The mental load isn't just unfelt. It's killing you cell by cell. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on to number 3. Your husband isn't just annoying. He's been systematically trained to disable you. The book's most chilling insight comes when Dunn investigates how her competent, intelligent husband develops strategic incompetence around domestic tasks. No, I'm gonna interject and defend him on that. We know how to clean the toilet, ladies. We just don't clean it the way you would like. And if you want to clean it, it happened once. Happened once with the GF. Apparently, I was doing the laundry wrong for 30 odd years of my life. I'm like, okay, you're doing laundry from here on out forever. Guess who's done the laundry for God 15 years now? She has. Because I don't know how to do it. And now if I do the dishes, no, there's no questions. I do any chore. Thank you, honey. Yes, you're welcome. The childishness, and it's this is a squarely 100% women, and I don't think malicious. I don't think it's malicious. I just think it's one of your lovable eccentricities that there's somehow a correct way to clean the coffee pot, or that somehow you swept the floors wrong. It's hilarious to watch these women where, hey, oh yeah, I have no problem, right? I insist because my girlfriend works. I'm like, no, let me do this. I'll do this. I'll sweep. I'll clean. And I have no problem with it. But what a world of hell where you girls cannot just outsource it and not worry about it. Like, oh yeah, he's going to sweep. Here is a 42-year-old man. He's going to sweep the floors. And instead of like, oh, that's nice. And like, I'm now going to enjoy the relaxation of not having to sweep the floors. It's totally taken care of. It is a burden released from my mind. You take that burden, you remove it, and you immediately replace it with the burden. Did he sweep the floors right? And then you obsess about it. And then you wonder why your cortisol is up. And then you have to audit them. And there's ladies, guys, forget, never mind. I don't know why I'm trying to talk to women. Guys, this is not your problem. This is not your world. It's their mental health is not your responsibility. That I'm sorry, ladies, it is 100% you problem that your significant other goes and whatever. I'm going to wash the windows. Okay. And instead of like, he washed the windows and I'm not even thinking, forget even thinking. Just, I don't have to worry about it. What an alleviation. Did he use the right window cleaner? What a fucking hell. I remember, you have male roommates. Like, hey, he cleaned the toilet. Wow, all right, man. Did you swirl it counterclockwise or clockwise? There's a right and wrong way. No wonder you're miserable, lady. Husband develops strategic incompetence. No, he just didn't do it the way you like it around domestic tasks. Her research. Yeah, I want to know about this research. Reveals it's not accidental. It's subconscious warfare honed through generations of male socialization. Oh, I got to see how many people. I want to see the rankings on this. I hope this is a bestseller. I hope you women are still reading this poison. This is hilarious. Oh my God. The weaponized helplessness. Oh, you mean like I can't do math? Tee. I'm not good at math. I'm not good at car. I don't know. You change the oil. What's oil? Every 40,000 miles, learned helplessness. Really? Where does this go? The learned blindness to mess, the performance of bubbling assistance. These aren't personality quirks, but sophisticated tactics to maintain. Okay, this I'm not kidding. It would not. This is so well written. I'm not saying women can't be good authors. This is so precisely and provocatively written. I wonder if this is a guy who did Operation Evil. Warfare? This is warfare? The guy used Windex instead of Mr. Clean. That's warfare. The performance of bumbling assistants. These aren't personality quirks, but sophisticated tactics. Me and all all right. I'm going to use newspaper with the Windex instead of a paper towel. to just to piss off my wife. That's what I'm gonna wake up today and figure out that sweeping with a mop instead of a broom, that's gonna piss her off, and I will have achieved my goal today. Oh, if this is real, I'm sorry, ladies. I'm really sorry for you. I feel bad for you that these are your problems, huh? Oh, to maintain privilege while appearing supportive. I'll never hear, just tell me what needs done the same way again. 4, the fights you're having aren't about chores, they're about human worth. Dunn's epiphany comes not epiphany, lady. You're not the first to go out there. Oh my God, women do all the chores, and then every guy says, "What about the lawn? Did you know within the house we do all the chores? Yeah. What about the car inside the house? Did I tell you about inside the house?" I think I even did a video of the argument about chores as a chore because it's so intellectually dishonest. And again, I'm not. If there's somebody not carrying the weight, absolutely. I've seen, dude. I know a guy just sponges off of his wife. He is a parasite. I know. There are, but for the most part, this is bullshit. Fuck off. Comes not in cataloging tasks. Could you imagine that? You got a wife and she's cataloging tasks and has a spreadsheet on who spent more hours on what. Choose wisely, or maybe just not at all. Oh God. I the sane women in my audience, you can't, this can't be you, right? There's got to be one of you has gotten way the fuck off the reservation. But in recognizing the existential question beneath them, whose time and peace matters when her husband unthinkingly preserves his exercise routine while she hasn't showered in days. Haven't showered in days? That's a you problem, man. That's how much. What, you can't just hop in and do a 2-minute shower? Come on. No way. This could be a brilliant Operation Evil 4D chess where it's written by a guy, is purposely provocative, and I'm just giving him free advertising. It could be. It could be so Jerry Springer, and I don't know because it's so well cloaked. Oh. When her husband unthinkingly preserves his exercise routine when she hasn't showered in days, when he sleeps through night wakings because he has work, as though she doesn't. Well, then why did you guys have kids if you both have to work? Why don't you just not work? Why don't one of you live off of one income and cut your expensive? We can't afford it. Well, then you can't afford kids. Oh, dun, dun, dun. The economist has spoken. When it requires pay because he has to work, when he requires praise for basic parenting, the underlying message is that his humanity outranks hers. This reframing transformed how I understood my own marriage breakings points. Oh my God. I never marry a competitive woman. Never. Just in general, don't marry. Okay? It's just you're not control freaking. Oh no, you're preventing catastrophe. The section that left me breathless was Dunn's dissection of maternal gatekeeping. Her therapist, suggests you have time for a therapist, but you have time to hop in the shower? I call bullshit. She's not letting go of her therapist suggests she's not letting go of child rearing tasks until she documents the actual consequence of her husband's cavalier parenting. A toddler left in soiled clothes for hours, forgotten medications, a child nearly hit by a car while dad texts. The guy, okay, that's wrong. I'll go with you on that. The gut punch sometimes, the perfectionist mom narrative, mass legitimate terror of what happens when the backup system fails. I've never felt more vindicated about my inability to just relax. Well, he's probably texting his other women because you're such a pain in the ass. That's why he's on his phone. 6, romance. Romance after children requires blood sacrifice, usually yours. Whoever wrote this, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss, man. This is brilliant marketing. Dunn's unflinching examination of post-baby intimacy problems goes beyond fatigue to something darker, the resentment poisoning attraction. Her account of faking interest while mentally calculating how many hours of sleep she's losing made me physically flinch with recognition. You're losing sleep over sex, huh? The breakthrough comes not through date nights or lingerie, but through radical redistribution of invisible labor. I always wanted to marry an auditor. Her documentation of how performing oral sex feels easier than asking for help with dishes exposes how parenting turns sex into another form of female emotional labor. I know, girl. I mean, here I agree with this 100%. I know you girls don't like sex that much. I know. It is a chore. I think for most married women, it ends up becoming a chore because you just don't like the guy that much. I get it. I understand. But then I would say, why are you getting married? The solutions aren't cute. They're nuclear. What elevates this beyond primal scream therapy is Dunn's scorched earth approach to reconstruction. She brings in hostage negotiators, corporate efficiency experts, therapists who specialize in high conflict divorce. The message is clear. Half measures will fail. Her implementation of NASA's black box system for critical communication during arguments saved not just her marriage, but possibly her husband's life. This isn't about better chore charts. It's about dismantling and rebuilding the entire operational system of your relationship. Guys, I'll tell you this. If you see this book in a woman, I mean, really look for this along with, what is it, Lexapro or whatever the hell the drug is. This book should be handed to every couple in the delivery room, not as celebration, but as a warning. Dunn doesn't offer gentle suggestions for reconnecting with your spouse. She offers battlefield triage and for the psychological trauma that parenting inflicts on females and marriages. This is good marketing. Let me see how it's doing. Yeah, 2000 #1 bestseller in parenting and family's humor. Family's humor. Is it humorous? How long has it been out? How long has this been out? Oh, it came out 6 years ago. 7 years ago. No, 8 years ago it came out. Wow. Well, congratulations. You got me to promote it a little bit more. I thought it was a recent one. That it scares me. It's a #1 bestseller. And it has like 2,000 odd reviews, which is very good for self-published. Maybe it's not self-published. I don't know. It's still good for any book. Look, if this is the poison that's going on in your mind, lady, that's fine. You can employ whatever tactics you want. But for the guys like that, the obsession over chores, which I'm just going to assume your average married man in the United States, he does his fair share. I'm just going to assume that. And this nightmare, this victimhood mentality, and the mental illness that ensues, this is not your problem, guys. This is not your problem. If you're in the thick of something like that, I'm sorry, you shouldn't have gotten married. But for all you other boys out there, 1, don't get married. And 2, no, really, sounds like a you problem. I don't care about the postpartum depression. I mean, yeah, you'd like to be there for your wife, or the menopause. There's all these the chemicals and the what is it, hormones, and then like, yeah, because men don't know anything about hormones, right? Yeah, we've never been afflicted by hormones. I'm sorry, ladies. It's your responsibility. Deal with it. And that finding like the guy is assaulting her like the Germans did the Poles in 1939. It ain't you guys. It ain't you. But I will say one thing. I have an important list to pull from this. This is why it's important. You have to make sure you're a good man. You have to. You have to make sure that you're in shape. You have to make sure you're carrying your weight. Absolutely do the chores. Oh, the dishwasher's broken, you fix it. So that way it's not you who's got the problem. Like, it's not an economic problem of you not carrying your weight. Like, no. I mean, I wouldn't go so crazy as to have a spreadsheet. But yeah, I work. I bring in the bacon. I get the car fixed up. Whatever. I'm carrying my weight so that when some crazy cray-cray reads this book and she starts having a spreadsheet and a PowerPoint and says, well, you did 32 hours of work and I did 37.5. You could say, oh, I'm not the one who's wrong here. It's so important to make sure you do the right thing. I don't mean morally or ethically, but that too. You have to do the right thing. So when someone gives you shit, you could say, nope, not my problem. Like when you get rejected for a job application and you got the best resume ever, not my problem. That's your problem. Like you young guys out there, you work, Cappy, I'm working hard. I'm in shape. I asked this girl out and she stood me up. You're not wrong. You're right. That you identify who has the problem when you try your best to be right and correct all the time. I'm in shape. I have good finances. I ain't got no criminal record. I ain't got no STDs. I ain't got no crotch root from some other woman. You know what? If the girl shot me down, that's probably her fault. I got top scores. I got 3 years experience when they only require 2. I showed up. I hit that interview out of the park. They still went with somebody else. That's not my fault. There's something wrong. The wrongness, the error, the flaw is with that company, not me. And this isn't to say, haha, you're wrong. Haha, you suck. It's so you don't drive yourself fucking crazy. Like, no, I did do the dishes. They're just fine. No, whatever. I changed the kid's diaper. It's fine. No, you're wrong because you're crazy and I should never married you. Go read the reviews. I bet you the reviews are great. Hang on, should read. Nah, I got shit to do today. Link below the book of numbers analyzing the ROI in the pursuit of women. I want to thank the review. Whoever put that in my Facebook feed, I want to thank you for that. That was quite entertaining to read. Oh, let's go to the super chats. Drew, $5. It seems like women love expensive, overpriced, dangerous cities. I've never understood the appeal of a $9 drinks and $100 dinners, waste of money. Not to mention crime and overpriced rent. They'll never allow you to save for retirement and commutes and traffic and parking tickets. Dude, your cortisol is way up if you live in a major metro because literally everyone is trying to fuck you over. Somebody's trying to get you, whether it's a criminal, a meter maid, cover charges. Everyone is trying to screw you over. Alex Patino, our truck driving Latino agent in the field, $10. I read a bit of Marty Hazelton's Hormonal and BCS women. Hormonal and BCS women take birth control, changes their preference, and when they come off. Oh, yeah. What's his name? Jack recommended I read it. And the statistics are shocking. Because women take birth control, it changes their preferences. When they come off of it, they realize it was a mistake. As anyways, my advice is do not do drugs. Yes, what the short version, I'm summarizing Alex's summarization of the book. Every girl goes on birth control at 12 because that's what you're supposed to do. That changes their hormones to where women assume they're pregnant. That's how most birth control works. Is it says, nope, your body's pregnant, so stop producing eggs. And instead of, and along with the other changes, one of the main changes is, all right, now look for a guy who's going to provide for you. So women look for stable, reliable guys, although deep down inside they want to fuck T-Rash. So then they marry Mortimer Snerd or David Hogg or Larry Seises, some other, limp-wristed pussy soy boy. And then if they come off the birth control, then they're like, but geez, I want to fuck a guy like Alex Patino, the truck driving Latino agent in the field. They want to have sex with a manly man. And then they get resentful and they hate their obedient little supply beta husband. But you know what? Alex, do you hear that? Are you driving right now? I don't know if Alex is driving. I maybe can't hear it over the purr of his diesel engine, but I do hear it. It sounds like a them problem. It is a them. It sounds like a them problem. Jamie Lynn, $3. Shut up. Go fix me a turkey pot pie. Is this a girl, Jamie Lynn? I hate to be so dismissive of the real emotions that women go through or hormonal. I hate to be so, because it's real. Well, what are we supposed to do about it? And I hate to say it, that might be the solution. Shut up and go make me a turkey pie. No kidding, kind of like sounds like a you problem, and it is a you problem. Now quit bothering me. I know it's harsh. I know it sounds unloving, uncaring, but what's wrong, sweetheart? Where's that gotten any of you? And you know what? They'll never say what's wrong because they can't define it. Like I was lonely in college because I was working all the time at night and there wasn't a lot of people around. But I didn't really let the loneliness bother me. You know why? Because I was hungry and there was physical hunger pangs. Like it sucked and I was cold. So those real problems, you give them a real problem. Like, hey, no, don't care. We need money. Knock it off. We got bigger problems to worry about. And all of a sudden your loneliness and your emotional problems go away. That's why like poorer people from different, second and third world countries, they don't have, social anxiety disorder or ADHD or Asperger's. No, that don't fly here. You got bigger shit to fucking worry about. Drew, $2. Homeless safe havens attract beautiful women. Laugh out loud. What is it? The Hobo Alpha? You know what? That's fine. Girls can go. Ladies, you will love the homeless and the criminals and the illegal aliens. I don't care. Go live there. It sounds like a them problem. Girls don't have any money and they spent all their times partying and they took the student loan money and they traveled to Europe and now they got student loan debt and now their wages are getting garnished. You know whose problem that is? It's their problem. It's not my problem. Femboy Fantasia, $5. Cappy, this type of work is common in academia. What? I could understand a women's studies department doing this. I would also argue, even to this day, that your rank and file trash that comes out, it's just Marxist propaganda that comes out of a women's studies department or the social sciences department. Your average woman isn't going to read. This concerns me a little bit because it's like Women Don't Owe You Pretty, where it did receive a very large and welcoming reception amongst, quote, normal women amongst the normal population. And I guess this hit my economic radar where I'm like, okay, I'm always trying to figure out where the needle of reality is. Do you girls actually think this? Do you actually think that it's warfare? Men purposely swivel the toilet brush counterclockwise instead of clockwise just to piss you off? I expect it coming out of academia. I expect obscure writers and authors who probably come from academia to write such stuff. What concerns me is when it receives an audience of amongst the normal people. That's what concerns me. Like, you will never hear it from men. Like, women are purposely designed and trained to. It's how many levels of obtuseness is it? Okay, I'll give you the parallel example of this. It's every woman, in case you guys want to know. I saw it. This old-time guy I tremendously respect, high-rank professor at a very respectable institution. Him and his wife are pushing 80. This guy has an incredible background. This is a real man. And there's his wife. Oh, you forgot this. Like still mothering over him. And I realized it never goes away. My mom, I was 36 years old, right? And literally, she's like, well, did you brush your teeth? I'm like, are you fucking joking me? They can't help it. All right. But I don't think they went and got trained by society to maliciously and purposely mother over me. It's just their nature. It's not malicious. They do it because they care, even though it is as annoying as fuck. And if you girls want a husband to love you forever, don't nag. And for the love of God, you have, if you can, they don't do it consciously. If you can check your unconscious self, say, whoa, that's a full grown adult. He doesn't need to be told to tie his shoelaces. It's a very minor thing in the grand schemes. But the absurdity of that book would be as absurd as me saying women are purposely trained by society to mother us and nag us on purpose because they hate us. Iron Horse Reviews, $5. One GF, my sister and my housekeeper have all accused me of not folding or hanging my towels right. Exactly. Thank you, Iron. Thank you. You know what the answer to that is? Shut the fuck up, get the fuck out of here, and you're folding them forever. I'm leaving it on the ground from here on out, and you're going to fold it. That's the answer. That is the fucking answer. Okay, I'm leaving it on the ground. You're folding my towels. Folding in 1/2 is wrong. 1/3 is correct. No. No. That's a hill to die on. That's you draw the fucking line. You say, turn the guns around. Like, no, it ain't. It's perfectly fine the way I folded those towels. That is a hill to die on. See, and you have to nip that in the bud because, like, no, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. And if you don't like it, you're doing it. And then right there, I'd be like, okay, towels are on the ground. You fold them. Like, and you have the adult conversation. No, we're talking adult world, not female mind on hormones world. There is no right or wrong way to fold the towel. This shit is not worth my life or conversation, let alone yours. The towels will be folded as I have folded them for time immemorial, and the world did not end or explode. But if you really want to make this an issue, you're folding all towels the way you want from here on out. How few problems you ladies must have to actually waste time and mental energy worrying about a half fold versus a third fold for towels. Professor Fuckwitz, celebrity professor here, sharing with us his brilliant academic research for $5. Cappy, you know women used to not be able to get a credit card. If men would just man up, marry these women, and pay for their therapy, they'd get laid. Thank you, Professor Fuckwitz. There it is, from the horse's mouth, the man who knows everything about women, Professor Fuckwitz. Thank you, sir. We appreciate your advice. You are saving us all daily. Wet Willie's Wetter Water, $5. To be fair, if I was intellectually incapable of looking at the role I played in my problems or how to affect change, this is how I would think too. I agree. I agree. But you know whose problem that is? It's their problem, right? If you guys commit to someone like this legally through a business transaction such as marriage, now it's a you problem. What I'm trying to do is get you to identify these people ahead of time. Ladies, it's kind of the same thing I do with you. Is like, okay, I know you really like the sales dude, bro, with his sports car, and he's jacked because he doesn't work a real job and he has all the time in the world to go to the gym and he's on roids. And he said that he makes $100 million a year, but you don't realize that means he made $100 million in sales a year, the commission of which was only $70,000, and he's borderline bankrupt. That's why I try to train women to like, look, you got to be able to find the good guy, the reliable guy, the stable guy. So the first question is, what is his degree or trade? And I'm not going to go over what are good trades and bad trades, but if he's like a sales bro with an MBA, no. If he's a commercial banker, no. An engineer, yes. Dentist, yes. Accountant, yes. Garbage man, yes. And and then what are his finances like? Same advice I give to men, I give to, like, what are his finances like? He's 24 and he has a luxury car. How the fuck does that work? And if you avoid these people, both bad men for women and bad women for men, it remains a them problem. But yeah, just people who abdicate responsibility. Everything is somebody else's fault. All those videos going around with these girls. I'm not paying back my student loans. Avoid that person. That's a bad person. Jamie Lynn, $5. 9% of the women I've been with the last 15 years have been strategically incompetent with cleaning their homes and vehicles. Let's just call it lazy. Let's just call that lazy. Strategically incompetent means you're doing it like, being clever. No, you're just lazy. The debate where she says he's strategically incompetent. I'm like, no, you're just really anal retentive on how things are done beyond the functional use of it. It's such a tiring argument, this chore shit. What I'm saying, if the chore argument comes up, I'm trying to give you the way to like solve it immediately and then have it never come up again. Like you sit her down. We're never discussing petty shit like this ever again. And from here on out, you are folding the towels. I'm just leaving them on the ground. Anything else you complain about when I've done it perfectly fine, you're doing it. And so soon you'll be doing all the chores. Or you could shut the fuck up, chill the fuck out and relax and realize that whatever, I scrubbed the oven top just fine. But if you don't like the way you do it. Ross the Skunk, $5. Did the job get done? Yes, then shut up. Good afternoon, Captain. Thank you, Ross. Dude, you don't want to get into the minutia of that argument. You didn't use the right cleaner? I'm going to tell you this. It's great having, like, the girl's got a place, I got a place, right? My house, my rules. You got your house, you got your rules. Set up however you want. This is my house. Whose house? Run's house. And this will go here and that will go there and you won't touch a fucking thing. Oh. We don't. There's no. I'm so animated about this because I don't deal with this in my life, right? Oh, a little here and there, like every once in a while, the GF will say, "Oh yeah," and then what I do is I act like a mental retard. All right, okay. Stop it! It's like, yeah, don't fucking ask a stupid question, man. Okay. Grown ass man in Target. They're trainable. But yes, did the job get done? Yes. Then shut up. Like, who wants to mire and stay within the minutia of how chores get done? Like me, I have a very clear goal. I want to get all my work done. I want everything done. I want everything shipshape so that I have a shit ton of time on the back end that you and I can spend time with each other. And we talk flirty, sexy talk. I am not wasting my time. I'm not wasting 5 seconds negotiating with you on the proper way to fold a towel. And just even talking about these things, you see what kind of hell these women are. I will admit, I knew one guy who was like this. Sometimes it's the opposite. And you don't want to have that guy either. Professor Foxwitz sharing more wisdom with us for $5. My colleagues in the Feminist Studies Department did seminal work in quantifying the mental load of complaining and telling men how and what they do wrong. Mr. 220 volts, $5. You're supposed to subsidize your own micromanagement. Right. Oh my God, just the hell. All you poor guys married to women like this. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You could divorce them. You can leave. I mean, you just don't leave. I've been listening to these podcasts about disappearing people in the national parks. Dude, a lot of people go fucking missing or die in the national parks. It's like, holy shit, there's a lot of people dying and there's going missing. But a lot are they fell down a crevasse or they sank or somehow the body is gone. Animals inevitably get to them, or maybe a bear attacked them. But then a lot of them, like they're escaping their family. They're escaping their lives and they've gone somewhere else and they're still alive and you can't find the ticket on a different identity. They have programs, services in Japan to help people escape and come up with a new identity. I should do that for men in the United. Well, women too. I mean, if you want to escape, should come up with something like that. Albatross, $5. Hate being married, miserable being single. Christ Almighty, there's no way out. You just single, you at least control all your environment. And in a certain way, I'm also very single, where I've made it abundantly clear early on, like no, these are the lines, these are the boundaries. Don't fucking cross them. And thank God I have a very nice and I hate to say it, but obedient woman in my life where there's no real arguing or like I don't have to really, like really? Did you just do that? But having control over your domain, whether there's somebody there or not, it's a lot easier when someone's not there. And having that peace and serenity that comes with it, I would probably prefer that. Rolling Rumble would, $5. Henceforth, dating is going behind enemy lines, discovering evidence of traitorous behavior, aka insane books. We should all have a list to look for. Or you talk about the girls, like they think dating is just going behind enemy lines and finding reasons to hate the guy they're with. Are you saying we have to worry about it because we're at war? And we're adversarial, so now we have to take a jaded and cynical look at the women we're dating. I guess it goes both ways. It's sad. It's very sad, very tragic. Hey, how about you be nice to me and shut up? I don't mean never talk, but don't talk about boring ass shit. Vince has a great idea over at Masculine Geek. For the women he dates, he has an egg timer and they come over and they start complaining about whatever work or some dumb other shit. And he just puts it at a minute or two. He says, you have 2 minutes to complain about your boring life or your boring shit. And after that, we're on to moving to talking about fun things and sexy flirtatious shit. I am not here to be brought down with you. A Pringles can with veins, $5. Banging your husband is emotional labor. Yes. They keep pulling this curtain back, man. Soon we're going to run out of rod to pull the curtain back. There ain't going to be just going to fall off the rod and won't be able to put the curtain up no more. Jesus, somebody give her a cross so she could walk all the way down to the divorce court and steal his money. I know. Why would you be with someone like this, right? Like if I knew my woman was going through this, she just never told me, I'd be like, hey, it's over. All right, I'll leave. This is horrible. I don't want to torture you like this. I don't want to be with this. Yeah, you can have the kid. I don't care. I'm gone. Wet Willie's Wetter Water, $5 for any men who are going through this. Look up maternal gatekeeping and do your best to maintain. What? That's a thing? Your child is depending on you? Maternal gatekeeping. Oh, God. All right. Okay, maternal gatekeeping refers to a mother's actions or beliefs that discourage or prevent a partner, often the father, from being fully involved in a children's care or development. This can manifest as refusing to allow the father to engage in activities like feeding, changing diapers, or spending time alone with the baby, often due to the mother's high expectations and perceived shortcomings of the partner's abilities. So that's what it is. I guess this is a not an obscure concept. This is there's a lot of articles and documentation about it. So I guess it is a real phenomenon, or that behavior it exists. Wow, this one goes back to 1999. Guys, there's this word called no. Choose wisely. Like the best way to win is to not have someone like this. And you're like, we are a team. I'm going to lead. You're going to follow. We're not going to have petty, stupid arguments. If you got a bone to pick with men, okay, we're not doing this then. And that's it. You're gonna let me be the dad, and I'm not gonna measure, and I'm gonna do my best. You do your best, and that's it. Faithful Sock, 10 generous dollars. I've seen families where the daughter starts acting inappropriately, the father doesn't discipline her, and when he finally tries to, the mother instantly sides with the daughter. And yeah, no, that's called a Minnesota father. It's a Minnesota dad, where the mother just rules the roost, and the mother isn't a disciplinarian either. And the dad loves pussy more than he loves his children, because the dad would say, no, that's wrong, and fuck you. We're going to have an argument later. In the meantime, I'm disciplining the kid. Herman, such violence. And then there's a divorce, and then choose wisely. Thaddeus Big Dick to suck the fourth MBA. We need more educational program on women's mental health. This is a crisis. Men must step up. And we should pay more taxes to finally solve women's mental health. How many billions? I don't think we've hit I don't mean in private like therapy, although maybe we have hit the $1 trillion mark. But how much in taxpayer money has gone to women's mental health, and there is no tangible improvement in it? How much? And same with men. Oh, Femboy Fantasia, $2. Yes, average women are parroting this type of stuff. How do you know, Femboy? How? Send me an email. Explain. What insight do you have? Are you in academia? All I know is you're like this guy who dresses like gals, as far as I can tell. Explain to me. And I'm not judging you. I'm not. I just want to know. William Curtin, $5. Most of my family worked in the mental health profession. Most people in that profession are there because they are trying to heal themselves. Yes, that was very apparent back in my day as well. Unless you, again, you're Herman, the pissed off, grizzled Vietnam veteran. I'm not listening to you if you're a therapist. I want the pissed off, grizzled Vietnam veteran. I'll start accepting Desert War or Desert Storm veterans now too. You gotta be old. I maybe even Iraq, Afghanistan. That was a while ago. I'll take the advice, even if they're younger than me. But I'm not listening to some privileged bitch from the suburbs who like, oh my God, I had like such depressions when I was younger. And then I like was gone and kept trying to figure out myself. And now I'm going to tell a 43-year-old man who lost his family what is wrong with him mentally. No. Rolling Rumbleweed, $2. Why did Americans throw out pragmatism? Bad form. I don't know. You know whose problem it is? Not mine. It's them problem. Look at all these problems in the world that aren't mine. Ross the Skunk, $2. This shite could be an Alfred Hitchcock episode. It could. Yeah, she's almost like contemplating murdering the guy. I wanted to thank whoever posted that on Facebook. That was great. Thank you all for the super chats. Link below is the book of numbers, analyzing the ROI in the pursuit of women. I would also recommend, men, if any time you get the chore argument, go get A World Without Men, an analysis of an all-female economy. So you could show women like, yeah, actually, we're the ones that make the electricity go. So shut the fuck up. However, again, presuming you are doing your best and carrying your own weight. You can't be some parasitic fuck. Right? That's it. We'll see you guys later, Toodles.